This lineup is pretty difficult, but it is definitely one of Fate's best lineups on B. It takes a little bit of remembering, but if you do remember it, it's going to be helpful in your games. So first thing first is that you need to find this shadow right here, and also this thing that intersects the shadow. So what I usually remember is that from this long ass shadow over here, you just need to remember that it is somewhere near at the edge over here and below this dark surface on the floor. So do you see these 3 dots that I'm circling around with my crosshair? You want to put your crosshair specifically underneath this egg over here, like this. And then that's the first part of remembering this lineup, that egg on the floor over here where I just mentioned. So once you find the egg and put your crosshair underneath it, it doesn't have to be precise. It can be like this or it can be like this, but make sure it's just underneath the egg. Once you find that egg, you want to find for this 2-layer roof on top of the building. Do you see it? So this is the first layer and this is the second layer. So on the first layer, put your crosshair in the middle of this 2 roof railing. I don't know what you call it. And yeah, that's all you need to remember. And this is a running jump throw, meaning that you have to run jump throw. So as you run forward, your crosshair will eventually reach to the bottom part of this signboard. So once it reaches to this part of the signboard, you throw your lineup. So you'll look something like this.
I'll find you.
Now, in order for you to understand whether this horn has landed correctly, I think it is important for you to understand what this horn scans and also why is it so hard to do so. Now let me begin by telling you guys why this lineup is so particularly hard to do so. Now Fate has to throw her lineup in the middle of this box right here and as close to the wall as possible. The reason for this is so that nobody can hide from this horn, specifically somebody that is trying to hide from this close angle right here, and anybody that is hugging the wall over here trying to hide from it. If this is hard for you to understand, let me give you a better example. Now let's say the horn landed a little bit too much to the left. Anybody that is hiding close angle over here will not get detected by the horn. And if it's a little bit too much to the right, the person that is hiding at the close corner over here won't get detected. That is why it has to land specifically in the middle of the box and as close to the wall.
I'll find you. Marked 1.
Now ideally, if we were to follow Sova's best recon, Fate's God recon would have landed here and over here.
I'll find you.
However, this is where Fate shows her weaknesses. Fate has a very limited distance where she can throw her haunt. And also because this roof right here is blocking it, she can't throw her God recon towards here
There.
and over here.
There.
Also, the second weakness that Fate has is that she can't throw her lineups to a specific angle without exposing herself. That is why it is the best possible lineup that I suggested was over here.
There.
Without showing yourself, that is. Okay, now that we are back to the drawing board, let me explain to you what Fate Horn clears and also how to play around it. So, as we know, Fate Horn lands near to the wall over here. And this clears 2 very important angles, which is the close angle of the entrance of B, which is here and over here. This is usually held by judges. Also note that if the Fate Horn lands somewhere at the back of the roof, which is over here, or on top of the roof even though it's very close to the floor, this is a no-go as it does not scan the person standing over here at the close corner at the left. So make sure that if you're doing this lineup, it lands on the floor. Alright, following that, as I was explaining earlier, the horn will clear the back of pillar and also the top of rafters and heaven. So what does this leave us with? This leaves us with the back of sight. And the easiest way, from what I can think, to clear back of sight is with something like Sky. Just throw out her guiding light to the back, and if it makes an audio cue, then you know that somebody's at the back of sight, and you just have to kill him. So yeah, I hope this video turns out to be useful for you guys. I don't think there is any other safe throwing lineup that allows Fate to scan a bigger area than this, so if you manage to find an easier way to execute this lineup, let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, other than that, peace.